Welcome to Ask Me Anything at my house. I asked you if you had any questions, and oh my goodness, you had lots. So come on in, let's get started. If I had to choose between City House and Country House, I would choose Starlight Farm. This is our forever house. This is our happy place, and it's where we want to be. It's also a whole lot of work, but we love it. Now about that paint versus wallpaper. If I had to choose, if you have a small bathroom, this is a great opportunity to have fun, do something bold, and incorporate some patterns. So I'd say for sure yes to wallpaper. Keep in mind you want to make sure you have a fan so that you can get any of the moisture out and you have good ventilation. Honestly, I don't think that's a silly question. I have always been a DIYer. I do my own hair, I do my own makeup, and even though I've been on TV for decades, more than 25 years, I just do it myself. And that's part of who I am, and I am not a product junkie. So you may have heard me talk about this before. I am gonna show you. My routine is Merit Beauty. I am a big fan because it is so easy.
This is the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick.
I use it in the color oak, and you can use it as concealer. You can use it as an all over. It's not one or the other, it's both. I like it, it's super easy. I like to have pink cheeks. This is called Bespoke, and it's a great color. I usually do like 3, I know, right now. That looks a bit like war paint, but just give me 2 seconds. This just smooths right out. And I also find I don't have oily skin. I have fairly dry skin. Not really dry, but I find that I have to put a little bit more on at the beginning because I like to actually see a little color. Okay, there we go, little color. For the longest time, I always used lip liner and gloss. And then it seemed like for the longest time, nobody was using lip liner. So I paused, but then my kids were so excited. My daughters, if you have 2 teenage daughters, you know it's cool. And they told me that right now, this Merit lip liner is cool. So I am happy to be cool again. I have to use my mirror. This lip liner feels so good. It is smooth, it just glides on. It is so pretty. And I like to use a little lipstick and also finish it off with my gloss. And lastly, things I have to always have is, I think if you smell good, you feel good. So I've showed you this before. This is the Merit Retrospect perfume, and there is this fabulous little travel size. If you look, there is a code down below.
And if you enter that code, you'll get a free deluxe mini retrospect with your purchase.
And speaking of free things, with your first order of Merit, you always get a travel bag that holds all your makeup. And I tell you, it holds so much stuff. So there you go. How do I look? Do I look like one of those people peering in your, you know when you ring somebody's doorbell and you go like this? Okay. I look like I need to dye my hair. That's what I look like. But makeup, yes. Let's go on tour. Next question, how do you warm it up? And I would say you want to warm it up with things that feel good. It all comes down to texture. So I like fabrics that feel fabulous. On my chairs in here, it's like a cut velvet. They feel so incredible. I like pillows made in washable, soft fabrics. I always have throw blankets handy, and when it comes to throw blankets, I want them washable. I want to throw them in the washing machine, throw them on the dryer. I want you to be able to wrap up in them like your favorite sweater. I think vinyl floors are fantastic, amazing, affordable, flexible, durable. They tick all the boxes. I work with a company called Fusion, and I am a huge fan of their vinyl floors. They are so easy to install. Fiona put them in when she was only 10 years old. She helped us install them in the laundry room at the cottage. If you're looking for affordable and durable, yes, vinyl. Choose a vinyl that clicks together. It's super easy, and you're off to the races. I don't know if my style has changed dramatically over the years. I guess it's evolved. When I was starting out, I had no budget, and so I was buying things at flea market and yard sales. I would say I still love the same things. I love vintage elements, I love simple antiques, and I'm an addict of textiles and beautiful pattern and color as much today as I was before. I am all about casual elegance. I am not a bling girl. I like jewelry, but when it comes to home, simple is where it's at for me. Okay, moving on. Let's stop in the hallway, shall we? If you don't like your spindles and your banister, you need to change them and paint them. It's going to require prep. You want to make sure that you sand them properly, prime them properly, and do a really good job painting them. It will take time, but it's definitely worth it. One thing you could consider, instead of having to strip them, you could try sanding just your banister and then paint your spindles. That's what I'd recommend. That one makes me laugh. The color I don't like is, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Brown. I'm a child of the 70s. I grew up wearing hand-me-down cords and wallabies from my brother, and I do not like brown. Period. Shoes and belts is about the extent of my brown appreciation. Also the occasionally camel, but otherwise no brown. Yes, 100%, your floor and your stairs should match. Please try to do that. It will make such a big difference. If it's absolutely impossible, I leave that up to you to decide. As you can see, I am a fan of a wood tread and a painted riser. I like a wood handrail and a painted spindle. You might notice that the handrail is different from the treads, and that's because the handrails go with these antique newels, and throughout we have used these two wood tones together. So you can mix and match wood tones if you want to. You just have to make sure there's repetition so it makes sense. I feel like my family would laugh at this one. That area back there drives me crazy. That's our mudroom, and it's always kind of in flux, and I am always tidying it up. I like a clean house. It makes me happy and it makes me feel good. So I like our front entry here to be tidy. I don't like there to be mess, but anybody who comes here, you never know what you're gonna find when you show up. But I do try and keep it tidy, although what I see right now is that's a snowmobile helmet, and snowmobiling is officially done, so I need to put that away. Stand by. Also, the dog has opened the door herself, and she's just letting herself in and out right now. An all the time question I get is about what color these blue doors are. And this color is called Lakefront. Why do I like it? I like these because they're just sort of a denim blue. And if you know me, you know I love my denim. Want to see my denim today? Today's denim is kind of fun. I bought these for one of the girls for Christmas, and they didn't like them, so I got them. But look, see? Denim blue. There you go. Okay, here's another good question. Sightlines are so important, something I'm always thinking about when I'm moving between spaces. So I like the palette to be cohesive, and what you'll see is we go from the blue doors in the mudroom and we come into this denim blue rug in the hallway here, and which leads me to another question. I got so many things from my mom throughout my whole life, but I have now made some changes here to incorporate her favorite pieces of art. So this is a painting that she bought in Prince Edward County, and it's called Sky's the Limit, and she named a house that she built in British Columbia Sky's the Limit after this. And so it now hangs in our front hall, and I absolutely love it. This was a favorite one of mine growing up. It was given to my parents as a wedding present, and it was in the house that I grew up in always, and it was with my mom till the day she died. So on the day my mom died, I brought it home and I put it here. And she loved flowers, and she also loved really droopy tulips, and every time I post a picture of tulips flopping over, I always get tips on how to make them not flop over, but I've got to tell you, I love them like this. because it reminds me of how much my mom loved them and how great they always looked. And I like it when they get all drowsy and blousy. And it's spring, so there you go. Oh, how could I forget? Another thing I have from my mom that I completely love is the Capitol coffee table that we used at the farm. That was the coffee table that I grew up with, and now it's in the barn. Did you watch my barn episode? If not, you better check it out. It's the episode before this one. I do have a formula for arranging things. It's really quite simple. I like to group like things together. So what I do is I just put all my things of one color together. I find it is the easiest and the simplest, and I actually love these cabinets that I have in my dining room. They have seated glass fronts on them, so that means it's just bubbled glass. And the great thing is that it diffuses it a little bit, but still lets you see what's inside. Honestly, that one's just making me laugh. I can give you a few colors, actually. What did you call it? Prison gray and yellow tan. Yeah, I don't want those colors either. So one of my all-time favorites that I've used here that is the color of the kitchen walls is Natural White by Glidden Dulux ICI. It's a fabulous color and you really can't go wrong. Another color would be Meeting House. It's in my living room. Let's go there next. I love beautiful pillows and I like them to be functional. So I don't want overdone pillows, but this sofa is called a Chesterfield, and that means it has a diamond tufted back and the arms wrap right around. And it is so deep, so it needs a loose pillow back. I am a fan of a 22-inch pillow, 20 or 22 inches on a sofa, and I think that is the perfect mix. I also like a down-filled or a feather-filled insert as opposed to polyester, or I'm okay with a down alternative. I just find sometimes they can be really heavy, but you do have to fluff them. It's so easy. Just go like that, and they're perfect. I'm not gonna lie, this question makes me laugh a bit. A long time ago, my dad, who was a professor, said to me, "I've realized something about you." I said, "Oh, really? What's that?" And he said, "You like books with pictures." Absolutely true. I love a good book full of beautiful and inspiring photos. I'm a picture girl. I am a visual creative. Guilty as charged. Honestly, we have not made a lot of changes since we've been here. We've been here 8 years now, and time flies, and we've made a few little changes. So we brought, this was a tall case clock that we had at our previous farm, Sarah's House, Susan 3, and we put it here in the living room. We changed the living room light fixture and the dining room fixture. And why? Because I was in a bit of a rush when we built the house and I knew that they weren't right. The living room was too small and the dining room was too busy and modern. So I swapped out the living room one for something simpler and the dining room one for something more rustic. And I love them both. So always, you have to make changes. Do what you need to do to make it work for you. That's what's important. It's your home and you have to love it. I'd say 2 to 3 whites, and I say that because there are lots of different colors of white. And a white can be white, like my walls in here, which are a color called white on white, which is my favorite trim color, and also the color that almost all my walls at home in the city are painted. And it's just a fabulous color, but if you look in the spectrum of whites, you can get everything from grays to pinks to blues. And so I would say if you want something a bit more creamy, a bit more beige, a bit more gray, mix that with a more classic white and you'll have a great mix. All-time favorite kitchen color is the color of these cabinets right here, Stonington Gray by Benjamin Moore. Absolutely, mix and match your countertops. I have 2 different colored counters here at the farm. They're very similar in color, but I often mix 2 different materials together. Absolutely do it. Mix 2 materials, go for it. I have a giant latte every morning, and I either have my homemade granola with yogurt or something with peanut butter, because I love peanut butter and I'm glad nobody in my house is allergic to peanuts. See, I said ask me anything. These are my favorite light bulbs. They are LED. We run the entire house, because we are off the grid, on LED light bulbs, which allows us to consume so much less power. These are filament bulbs. I like a clear bulb. These are 2700K, which is 2700 Kelvin, and this is a warm white. I do not like blue, cold daylight bulbs, and I put these bulbs in just about everything. Not table lamps that have a shade, but in all decorative lights, I like a clear bulb. I really do not like a frosted bulb. Absolutely a-okay to mix silver and gold. Look behind me here. The vent hood is stainless steel. The light fixtures are a brushed brass finish. Absolutely, the key to mixing metals is the same as the key to mixing wood tones. You have to have repetition. So in here, the wall sconces and the overhead pendants are all the same finish. They are a brushed brass, and then everything else, the faucet, the range, the vent hood, the bar fridge, all of that is stainless steel. This is an easy answer. How many times have you seen me do wood kitchen doors? Yes, very rare. I love me a painted door. Always have, always will. I think these are classic. I think they're timeless. I think they're awesome. And psst, did you know I also have a cabinetry collection, so you should probably check that out. Everybody needs a lemon juicer. I use this thing all the time. I cook with a lot of lemons and limes, and I just love this. This is a good question. Oh my goodness, we are so lucky here in Creemore right now. We have a Michelin star restaurant. It's called The Pine. Alex and I went for our 20th anniversary dinner there. It was 17 courses. Yeah, 17 tiny courses. The most delicious bites, the most incredible presentation I have ever seen. We are talking memories for a lifetime. So that is the high. And on the other end of the spectrum, there is the old Millhouse pub where we had dinner just 2 nights ago. Super simple. All the locals love it. So many questions. Let's see if I can do a rapid fire and how many more I can get through. Yeah, me too. We had some challenges. There's always challenges, but we had extra challenges. We ended up having to rebuild all our decks, and one day it'll all be done. Also, the boathouse, it's delayed. Number 1, buy vintage. You cannot go wrong. You can't beat the price point. Look on places like Facebook Marketplace, go to outdoor sales. Oh, one of my favorite ones is coming up, the Cookstown sale. It's on May 24th this year. Make sure you go. Antique Shows Canada. It will be a field full of awesomeness. Give it a whirl. 2, DIY. When it comes to cottage projects, always make sure you DIY. Do as much as you can. Invest your sweat equity. This is a place that is about making memories and having a good time, so sweat equity is part of the party. And lastly, number 3, make sure it's washable. Make sure it's durable and practical and easy breezy and affordable. Nope, we met in junior school. Alex and my brother Ben went to class together from the time they were in kindergarten, and then they moved on and went all through high school together. But we didn't start dating until much later. Yes and yes, I inherited pretty good genes from my mom and my dad, and I do try and work out as much as I can. This week I've done nothing but work and no workout, so I gotta get out and work out. Maybe. I think you should stick around because there's a new project coming. All the dresses, all the napkins, the blouses, fun pillows. We have so much stuff. It's all coming soon to my website. Natalie and I have been busy. That's what I was doing earlier today. And we want to share it all with you. So stay tuned. Okay, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what kind of content you're looking for. Bye for now.